Good morning everyone, we hope you're well. It's morning for us. It's actually Sunday morning. As you can see, we've got the Cosori pressure cooker out again, and last week I forgot to get the joint out and I had to sous vide it. I thawed it by the sous vide method and then cooked it. That beef was gorgeous, it was really good. And Wendy said to me this week, we've got this pork loin. I'll show you. Well, it's a pork fillet. I'll show it you. And Wendy says to me, why don't you sous vide it again? Because it's so easy. I said, well, yeah, it is. So anyway, what happened is we got this dirt cheap. I mean, they're not an expensive piece of meat anyway. As you can see, £4.3, but it was getting close to date. £2.82 we paid for that. Now it weighs 0.546 of a kilogram, so I think that is probably about a pound or a little over. So that'll be all right for us today. I mean, it's sealed in the pack, and to be fair, I think you could throw that in as it is. It'll be fine because it's all sealed and everything. But we thought what we'll do, we'll take it a little bit further and put one or two bits with this, like rosemary and thyme, and put them in a bag. So what I'll do, let me get those out and show you, and I'll bring you back. Right, now what we've got there, look, is a little bit of garlic and some rosemary and thyme, and we thought we'll sous vide that with it. Oh, and also we've got a shallot. I better find that out. Wendy said there is one left in the fridge. Now, I'm going to put it in my own bag, look. Now this bag, we've used it a few times already. So what I'm saying to you is if you cut the bag big enough, you can keep using it. That's going to fit in there really easy. Now, as I did mention, you could throw this in as it is because it is sealed in the bag. It would be fine. But we want to put some rosemary and thyme, a little bit of garlic in. So we're going to have to use a new bag now. I don't think you'll be able to reseal that. I'm not even going to try, mate. I'm going to use a bag. We've got the equipment. Let's use it. Right, let me get sorted out and I'll bring you back. Right, so first of all, we're going to get this bag open. Let's just snip the top. Just tip that in the bowl. Come on. Right, so we won't need that packet again. One last look in case, because you know what Graham's like, he famously loses bits of video. Right. Let me just drain this away and I'll bring you back. Right, now all I'm going to do now is pat that a little dry. There we go. There's our meat. Right, let's just wash my hands. Right, so all we're going to do now, let's just sprinkle a little rosemary on there. I'll tell you what we'll do first. That'll be a better idea. Just a knob of butter. Get that on here. I mean, the thing is with the sous vide, the taste will go right through. So let's got some of the butter on that side. Let's just flip it over. Yeah, maybe it'll stick a little better now. Get rid of that knife. Right, a little rosemary on it. This stuff don't want to come out very good. Let's try this side. That's better. A little thyme. They're not very big holes. Crikey. Persevere, Graham. A little garlic. We don't want too much. Ah, that's the one that comes out fast. Right. Let's get that rubbed in there. There we go. Now we'll do the same on this side. I mean, as I've said, we've done the sous vide before and just left it plain. I mean, we're not crazy on spices and things, but with this being a little piece of pork, it's apparently does it really well. We've done pork chops and what have you, and they have been, they have, because pork chops can tend to dry out, can't they? And we've done them this method. They've been beautiful. So I'm assuming this is going to be pretty good, to be honest. Now, let's get that butter on there. Right, then it's just really a case of getting it in this bag. Right, let's we can persuade it to go in the bag, that'd be nice. And already I made a mistake, and I know very well, fold the top down so you don't get butter on the edge, look, and I've forgot. So I'm going to have to clean that to seal it now. That's my own stupid fault. Let's just rub that inside the bag. Right, let's get a little bit of kitchen towel and clean that edge down. That was very silly of me, like a complete amateur there, look. So easy, wasn't it? Never mind, that'll do, I think. Because we do really want to seal the bag. I mean, with the bag being so big, I can sit it, you know, so that little seal is out of the water, but we want it to seal really. Seal under vacuum. I mean, you can use the displacement method with just a normal bag or a resealable bag. You can see the meat's in there. Let's stretch it out. Look at this thing. Yeah, we were just saying earlier on that this piece of meat is actually cheaper than a few sausages. It's crazy, isn't it? But there you go. Right, so now what I've got to do now is get the I keep finding little bits of rice. I think they're stuck to the bottom of the jars. Yeah, they are. When you put some bits of rice into the drawer to keep them nice and dry, and I keep sticking to this, and I thought, where's that rice coming from? It's just stuck to the bottom of here. Right, now what I've got to do now, put those away and get the sealer out. Right, let's get this bag sealed. Get this open. I've been leaving a little bit of kitchen towel in there to make sure it also stays nice and dry. Right, now what we want is vacuum and seal. So you put that in the vacuum area, which we've done before. But let's just go through it again. Oh, click that down. Support the weight. Right, now let's see if it'll work. It might work if I switch it on. Ah, that might help. Oh, that's sealed perfect. Now, as usual, Graham's going to put another seal on. Seal only. Now you can see what that's like. Now you could say I should have done it long, make it one long piece, but it did occur to me that the pressure cooker, the sous vide cooker today, is actually round, mate. So let's do it the same shape. It should fit in better and it will just cook the same. Let's now we've got two seals on there, two really good seals. I know that butter's a bit up here, look, but I think that'll actually run down as it cooks. But there's, you can see, look, there's loads there, look. Can you see? I've got you in the dark, haven't I? I didn't realise. Right, that's ready to go in now. So, no problem. Let's get this sealer put away and get the pressure cooker back on here. There you are. Perfect. Right, let me sort myself out and I'll bring you back. Right, I think we're about ready now. So what we'll do, now you can hear the kettle in the background because I want to use hot water. It's a lot easier. So first of all, we'll take the top off. And as you notice, I think I've mentioned this, I've not been leaving the seal in. I think that makes the smells worse. Not that at the minute we're not having any problem, so I do keep the seal out at the moment. Now whether we'll keep doing that forever, I don't know. Right, remove the trivet, and as we leave our two baskets here as well, which obviously we would do, remove those. And what we want to do now, get some water in this bowl. Now I think I might end up putting a couple of kettles of water in here. The water is very cold. Let's just see what temperature we're on at the moment. I think you can see how cold that water is, look. It says 10 degrees. So we want to cook this. Now there is a chart for this you can find online. I probably should put one in. If I remember, I'll put it in the description. But I've looked for a chart for pork and there's all different levels. Now, last week I cooked the beef at 66 degrees water temperature. And I'll be honest, I think that's what I'm going to do the pork at. It is sort of not too well done, but a little well done. Well, we're happy with that. So I will be doing it at 66 degrees. But we'll set that up in a minute. But what we'll do, I've put some water. Now, as I've mentioned before, this has to be, the meat has to be fully immersed in the water. So let's get this kettle of water in here and see what we're up to. Right, let's get this tipped in. You see the temperature's going up. Right. Now that's brought that up to 56 degrees, as you can see, 55, and we want 66. But what I'm saying to you, we're well on his way, and we know that if we set the cooker up properly, it'll soon get to that temperature. So I don't think I'm going to worry. I would say I'll put another kettle of water in, but I don't really think there's any need. So really the next job is to set the meter. This is from the last meal we did, or well, last time I used this, not the last meal. Obviously I don't do it all the time because we get a rough idea. But to set the cost, hold the cost button until it flashes, which it is doing. Hope you can see that. Press function, function, function. We're on 30p, so 30p a unit. Now that is now set at 30p a unit. Right, that's simple enough. I'm sure everybody can do this by now, but just thought I'd mention it. Right, let's get this plugged in. Right, we're plugged in and switched on. So what I'll do now is drop the meat in. You could actually take the thermometer out now. Well, there's plenty of water in there. And what I'll do, I'll switch the thermometer off, because we know when I set this it's going to be right. You know, it is. So I'm sure you can see all right. What we'll do now, a little bit, is that better? Yeah, right. So what we're looking for now is the sous vide there. Oh, see, it is actually set on 65 degrees. So you adjust it there, obviously, but we're happy with 65 degrees. That's what we want. Now, if you press that again, which I forgot to show last time, you can set the time, but I'm going to leave that at 3 hours. Again, you can set the time, look. So I'm going to leave that at 3 hours. Now, it's getting on for 10 o'clock, so I think I'm going to leave that a couple of hours. I'll tell you what, let's set it to a couple of hours. Let's do it. Oh. Oh, there we go. Huh, nearly. Right, now I've set that to 2 hours. Press start. And that is our work finished. Now, because we've not actually reached temperature, I'll tell you what, I will show you. I will show you. Let's put this back in. Right, as you see, we're on 53 degrees. Now, because the cooker's started, it should actually start to go up in temperature. Hopefully. You've got to give it a little time. Let me bring you back. Right, I brought you back because, as you can see, it's starting to cook now. The time's down to 1 minute 53, 1 hour 53. Now the actual meter at the back, you probably can't see, but it's registering. We're not using any wattage because it's gone off, it's happy with the temperature. So that will actually increase over time, as it already has. But what I'm saying to you is, the meter's showing that we've been on 2 minutes. Well, in effect, we've been on 8 minutes, look. So, I know it's confusing, I don't know how to explain, but it only uses power when it's heating up. So when it's reached the temperature it wants, I know it's still a little low at 62, but it will go up. It only uses the power as it's heating up, then it switches off. Now the other thing I thought I'd mention, this little tiny thing, is nothing to do with it. Now, I've just brought this, I've had this next to the kettle. Now, it checks the humidity. Really, you want to be below 60, 45, 50 is lovely. Now we have these, because I mentioned because of the rice, when you put that bit of rice in with the rosemary and thyme, because it it helps keep it drier. But what I'm saying is, anything above 60% humidity, you run a likelihood of damp. And I know that now is showing 67, 68, because I'm holding it. But the thing is, I had it standing near the kettle. I should have moved it, but that's the reason why we do actually check the humidity in the house. Now, if it gets too humid, you want some windows open. I know it seems crazy this time of year, but that's a little lie, as I say, because of the kettle. That was all right when earlier on, when I first come down, that was in the high 40s, so that is fine. But I just thought I'd mention that. I know it's nothing to do with this. Now, the valve needs to be open on this, which it is, look, but I haven't put the gasket in either. There's no seal in the lid. The seal's here, hanging up. I'll leave it there until I want it. So we can actually leave the thermometer in there, but I don't think there's any need. It's just running my battery down. I think I'll actually remove it, and I'll put it back in later just so we can check how we're getting on. But as far as it goes now, that's finished now for 2 hours, and it should take anything over an hour up to 3 or 4 hours is fine. But we're still getting used to this, and it seems odd, but I think, you know, you're the same with a slow cooker. You're not to a few minutes, you're not even to an hour, are you? You just, once it's cooked, it doesn't burn, and this is the same. So I think that's fine now. I'm actually going to move that slow cooker because we need this position, because we've got other things to do. Right, I'll get it shifted and I'll bring you back. Right, this is just to bring it back. I was going to bring it back quite regular, but I'll be honest, we've been busy. Time just slips away. Now that's had a couple hours now, so that in theory that's cooked. We can get that out, but just to show you the temperature, look, it's 64 now, but it has ended, so it's obviously gone down the odd degree. It was set on 65, wasn't it? So that's fair enough, but that should all be cooked now. You can probably hear the washer. Let's have a look inside. Can't see very well, can we? Let's put this top down. Right, this is what you get, look. That's pretty well cooked now. That's just the butter and whatever you can see in there, look, moving around. But that is about cooked. Right, I think what we'll do now, we'll get some veg ready. Right, while we're at it, I'll just show you. You can see, look, this has only been on. Well, it's on 47. Been on about, how long have we been on? Not very long. Oh, I set it for 8 hours, didn't I? I had to think then. You see this, look, we've just put this in quick. Now this is to make some more pies. Now because we're running late, mate, we've got other jobs. We've not even seared the meat, we're just putting it in. And we're sure it's going to be fine. You can hear the washer going. We've put some of this in it, look. That'll cure everything, that will. Right, I'll let that go. Right, I brought you back just to show you. Now we need to just cut the top off here. I'm sorry it's so noisy in here. We've got every machine in the world running in this kitchen. But let's get this meat out. Right, I hope you can see that okay. Now, it never looks very appetising when it comes out of there. So all I want to do is just pat that dry. Now that is actually cooked perfectly. But what I want to do is just put that in the air fryer just to give it a little bit of colour. Right, bring you back. Right, I've brought you back because we've got Yorkshire puddings going in here. Now this is good and hot now. that's ready for the Yorkshire puddings. While we're just doing that, we get the meat, we'll put that under there, put the Yorkshires back on top. You may have to swap the meat round when the Yorkshires are a bit better. Right, I'll bring you back when it's got a bit of colour. Right, I've just brought you back. I don't know whether you can see, the meat is changing colour. It looks more cooked. I know it was cooked anyway, but it looks more cooked. Look at them Yorkshire puddings, I think you can see that. I'll try and get you a closer shot. But they're growing like mad. Right, I'll bring you back in a while. Right, just a quick video here. Look, you can see at the back there, the pressure cooker, it says end, so the vegetables now are ready. But they're not hurting in there, they can naturally release, because I did turn the keep warm function off. But while we're on, let's just have a look at this. Oh, well, look at the steam coming out there. This is cooking a treat. Now, as I say, we don't need this straight away. This is for some pies we're going to make. So we've put, there's plenty of meat in there, I should show you actually.
Look, it smells a beer.
Oh, sorry. Let me show you. Yeah, it smells of beer. But look, there's some lovely lumps of meat in there and all the vegetables. But we've bulked it out with a bit of mince, and we've just put in what we've got. I mean, we've said this before, haven't we? But God, the smell of that Newcastle brown. I wonder why I ever stopped drinking. Anyway, let's get the lid back on and keep the eating. As you can see, it's got 6.5 hours to go yet. Good job we're not waiting for it. Look what's in the background. We love that bund cake mould, don't we? Wendy's bought these, look. She's been on to
I thought they were big
Timber
ones.
again, look.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be massive. Look at that. I don't know what sort of cake you're going to make in there. I'll tell you what, I don't think one would fill you up. Mind you, it'd be a bit different, we'll have to give them a go. Right, I'll bring you back. Right, I brought you back because I don't know whether you can see, but look at them Yorkshire puddings in there. They've gone absolutely crazy. Now, Wendy mixed these and she can say what she likes, but I whisked them up, so I'm taking the credit for this.
Yeah, but
Right.
I didn't do it the way you wanted to, so don't ask.
Right, I'll bring you back in a while. Right, now there's our meat. Just show you the knife, look at that. Can you see that? Good, isn't it? What a present for Christmas. Right, we're not quite ready yet. Right, let me just cut this meat so you can see what it's like inside. It should be cooked perfectly. It is. That looks lovely. Let's just cut a little. Just cut a few little bits off.
My mouth's watering.
Now I think you can see what that looks like there. The thing with the sous vide, it cooks all the way through, so whatever the temperature's set to, that's how it'll be cooked. Now that looks great to me. I hope you can see that okay, we can. I think it looks better than you can through there. Yeah, let's just take a little piece and try it. There you go. Yeah, that tastes fine.
And it's not dry.
Right. I'll I'll bring you back when everything's on the plate. Right, I've just brought you back to show you that meat. I mean, I've cut it now. That's all cut up, ready to go, and you can see what it's like. I just thought I'd show you that. I'm notorious for losing bits of film, so if I've lost one bit, we've got this bit. Right, I'll bring you back. Right, I've just brought you back because there's our dinner ready to go. I've got to be honest, I'm not very good. I ain't got no superlative words to tell you how fantastic this pork is. I mean, you can see what it's like. It tastes great. I mean, I did actually glaze it with honey before it went in the air fryer. I don't think I filmed that either. Oh, I don't know, mate, it gets worse. But we've done that. Now, the mashed potato, we're getting a liking for putting that dried onion in it. So that's got dried onion in there. So we've got that mashed up. That's it, really. I can't wait for me dinner. Come on, Wendy,
I'll do the gravy in a minute.
All right, okay. She's telling me something, but I don't know what it is. What are you telling me?
Stop.
Right, now, there's all sorts of signs in this kitchen, and I don't know any on them.
I'll put some of this in.
Right, before we go for our dinner, I just want to mention that sous vide, look, it was on for 3 hours. Now, I got the water up to temperature with a kettle and what have you, so when I've switched it on, it shows we've only used 6 minutes of electric because it was up to temperature and it just keeps it at temperature, so it weren't really going on and off very much. As our gravy just turned up. Right, so that has actually cost 4p, as you see there. I mean, it seems ridiculous. I put 30p in, look. It's cost 4p to cook that sous vide pork. It's, what can you say? It's really cheap, isn't it? I just can't get over it. Anyway, no more messing around. We're going to get some gravy on as dinner, and we're going to go and eat as dinner. And you'll have to take my word for it, it tastes nice. I can assure you it will. Right, if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and share. And look after yourselves, and we'll see you in the next one. I think Wendy's is going to disappear, look, if I don't get off soon. Yeah, I thought it might. Right, look after yourselves, we'll see you soon. Bye.